Craig, you're going to take on the SWRC and bits of the IRC. It all sounds very exciting.
Yeah, it's really is shaping up to be a fantastic season now. And it's a big change for me, and a new car, new manufacturer, new team. And I'm really excited about the opportunity that's been given to me, and I'm going to make make very good use of it, I hope.
Well, we know about your campaign and the SWRC. That's where you use your Fiesta S2000. Now you're going to be switching brands and cars, obviously, for a Peugeot 207 S2000. How's this deal come about?
Um, Peugeot were one of the manufacturers that put a pitch for one of for the SWRC this season after winning the academy last year, and I was invited over to have a meeting in Paris and discuss the opportunity of participating in the SWRC. And the package was extremely enticing, should we say. And in the end, we decided to stick with our own car for various different reasons. Purely, the biggest reason probably because I was used to the car, used to the team, and so on and so forth. But to be fair, Peugeot Sport have stayed very close to us since then, and have given us this fantastic opportunity now through Santa Luc to do some rounds of the IRC, and it's basically come through there. So it's good because the initial link came from the WRC Academy. So it's some really good news and encouraging for anyone participating in the academy this season that it can lead to very big things.
A lot of people had thought that Peugeot Sport were not going to get involved in the IRC to any serious extent this year because, of course, they're busy developing the 208 for next year and beyond.
Yeah, that's I'm privileged to have received some support from Peugeot Sport, so I'm really in awe that I've been given that opportunity. And obviously they're now concentrating on the Peugeot 208, and even from a financial side, it's difficult because the 207, okay, it's a very current and up to date rally car, but it's obviously now the 208 has taken over, so it's difficult for them to try and promote the car. But to get it in this season, it makes me really excited to think about what could happen next year if I do everything right and tick all the boxes this year. So I just need to be very sensible about what I do, and I think I need to push and show some very good speed and prove myself. So I just really can't wait to get going now.
So when will you get going? I think Circuit of Ireland is going to be the starter. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct. We're going to go and start in the Circuit of Ireland. So yeah, it's couldn't have asked for a better start really. My home event, my home IRC event. So it's going
A
to
lot of
be really good.
publicity, a lot of eyes are going to be on you.
Yeah, but I'm just going to have to ignore it all to some extent and concentrate on my own rally. I'm just going to have to give this everything. I have four very rare opportunities now ahead of me that I need to just prove that I'm I think I need to show big signs of improvement between each rally, and show some very good speed. So I think the start of the circuit is perfect because at least it eliminates the element of one thing being new. Okay, everything else is going to be very much new, but at least the rally, the environment, okay, the stages to me are new, but it'll be familiar surroundings at the event. So I think it's a good time to start and a good rally to begin with, and then when we go to Corsica, we should be in very good shape.
So that's two of the four, or at least four, which is what you're saying. And I gather Ypres and the Metchek rally in Hungary, which, if I remember rightly, is also an asphalt event.
Yeah, there are four asphalt events, so I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, the IRC series is mainly focused around the asphalt rally, so I think to be in with a shout of winning the championship, you really need to be quick. Okay, on both surfaces, but you need to be very, especially quick asphalt driver. So looking forward to proving myself on those rallies. And I'd really love to have the opportunity to do something on gravel also in the car. And I want to show some bit of adaptability. And I think I've done that in my own car in the SWRC. So it'd be nice to do something else. But for the moment, I just need to put absolutely everything I've got, just like what I'm doing in the SWRC, and just try and convert that over into the IRC and work well with the new team and trying to develop myself as a driver. And I think the car is probably developed as it's going to be at the moment. So I think I'm in a prime position now to make the most of it.
When you applied for the SWRC, one of the event you didn't nominate to do was New Zealand, which of course coincides with Ypres. Did you have that just at the back of your mind when that was taking place, or was it frankly a budgetary decision?
It was a bit of both, to be honest. Ypres was one of the events that I always really wanted to go and do. I never got the opportunity to do the event before, and it was planned that we would go there regardless this season in my own car in the Fiesta if it wasn't with Santa Luc and Peugeot. So I think the biggest reason for not going to New Zealand was probably the budget. It's a shockingly expensive rally to get across to for us. And okay, for obvious reasons, Hayden would have to go there, and from an Asia Pacific point of view for Proton. So for us, it made more sense to run around like idiots for a month and try and get everything sorted for Monte Carlo. And it paid off for us in the end with maximum points. So I'm very much glad that we made that decision now.
Well, you've already opted then for at least 4 IRC events, but by the sound of it, you'd like to do more. Is it just possible you might be able to make something of a contention in the championship stakes? Because at the moment it's looking a bit one-sided, and the one side tends to drive Skodas.
Yeah, well, I need to be there and prove that the car is still very much on the pipe. And I don't mean to sound big and bold now, but I want to be thereabouts. And as you said, yeah, I would envy the opportunity at doing more rounds of the championship. So I think if I get myself a good solid start in the first round and improve from there, if I'm anyway in shouting distance of having a good result in the championship, I will beg, borrow and steal to get to finish the series. I think it would be a crying shame to drop the tools halfway through and leave it. But okay, it's going to be very difficult. But as I said before, I'm going to give it every single millimeter of my body over the next couple of weeks in effort to try and make the most of it. And as I said, yeah, if I'm in a good position, well then I'll do again everything in my power to finish the series.